What is going on YouTube? Is FlopFish here, and welcome to another NHL 3-on-3 gameplay commentary. And today we are going to be covering Canucks Talk, which is a new segment I'm going to be doing at least once a week, if not more. Probably end up doing it more, probably after every game or so, because I am a pretty big Canucks fan. So I figured, if anyone follows me that likes the Canucks, they'll probably enjoy it, and I could throw some tidbits in from other games and stuff, and overall I think it'd be a pretty good kind of little series to put on for you guys and for myself too. Anyways, so a little bit about the gameplay, as always, is that this is just me playing some NHL 3-on-3 against a team of 3, and yeah, so it should be a fairly close game because it is a team of 3. But anyways, on to the topic, which is the Canucks struggling. And for most of you who follow me on Twitter, you would have seen me tweet out a few times last night that it wasn't really their fault. I guess like they weren't really outplayed in the game. I really it's kind of shocking to see how many people thought they played a bad all-around game, and it's just like they didn't get outplayed at all. First off, this is just a small sample, but it's been what the entire losing streak's been like. There are stuff that people are saying that has truth in them, like firing Alain Vigneault. There's certain stuff with that is true, but there's only one coach that I'd really think would be a better coach than him. So that's kind of the problem there. Now let's go and look into today's game and why they lost. Now, it's a 5-2 final, which for most people would be like, oh, that's a pretty decisive victory, especially since the Canucks just got a late goal. But it really wasn't. The Detroit got quite lucky. They had two pucks, two goals off shots from Datsuk, or passes from Datsuk, that hit Abelkader and went in. And those are just bad breaks. There's not much you're going to be able to do about those. Kind of like the Yannick Hansen goal in Nashville. It was a lucky goal, and he got rewarded for driving the net, and same with Abelkader here. But those are two goals that are completely out of your control. There's not much you can do about them. One of the goals was from a knuckle puck, which bit of a tougher save, but it managed to sneak just by Luongo, and can't blame him on that one. He was just a little bit ahead of it, and it snuck through. Their first goal, the puck bounced through a whole bunch of feet in the crease and skates, and right onto the tape of Datsuk, who passed it in front to Zetterberg. Once again, not much you can do about that one either. And then their other goal was just a shot in. I think their 4-1 goal was a shot in off the post, in which Luongo was screened by Edler. And normally I wouldn't get all up in arms with defensemen screening their goalies and stuff, because it happens, but especially since the fact that unless Ballard is injured, I really don't agree with him not playing right now, and I'll get into that probably in another video. But back onto the topic of why they're struggling right now, or why they're not doing it as well. You can see in Nashville, when the team finished their chances, Canucks get a ton of chances. They have been every single game, and they're just not finishing. You look into their offense. Howard had at least two insane saves. The one on Burrows early on in the first period or second was a pretty dynamic save, and then the one late in the game with 6 seconds left or so, fairly nice save. But if you take away the goals off the players, it's all of a sudden it's a 3-2 game, and those goals are pretty big. Then you have the post on the penalty shot, which Hansen missed by a fraction of an inch there. The Canucks aren't getting any bounces either. There was the one time where pretty much everyone was down and out, and Garrison took a shot, and the shot from Garrison hit something, and no one knows what, and it somehow found a way to stay out. And also, the Canucks did have a couple key injuries today, one in-game to Booth and one pre-game to Cassian, who was unable to play today. And to me, they've been two of our better players besides maybe Hansen. Well, definitely Hansen over the past few games or so. They've just been generating a ton of chances, hitting players, gaining momentum for the team. So it's pretty... I think the Canucks kind of will struggle without them for a little bit, especially with Booth being out for a longer period of time now, which kind of sucks. But the other reason overall that they've been losing games is that their game has become really, really predictable. And that's one of the things, is that they'll dump the puck in, they'll chase, they'll cycle, And you look at when they're scoring goals right now, they're from shots from the point, you know, like 2 quick passes or 3 quick passes, and then a shot on goal, and then they're going in either off players or rebounds or something. That's what they've got to do. You know, you can watch some of their games and you'll kind of see what I'm saying, especially the one against San Jose. They definitely outplayed San Jose in that game and still managed to lose in a shootout, but they were in more control when they were shooting the puck after 2 passes than what they were passing the puck around. And that's one of the things that I've noticed about the team, is that they're not so much as good as a cycling team anymore. But you know, that's just something little that I've noticed, and it's probably contributed to our lack of power play success too, is because we're so predictable that teams know what we're gonna do. The drop pass, for example, everyone knows it's pretty much coming. Almost none of our defensemen will carry the puck, which is why Ballard is really good, which I have no clue why he's not in the lineup, because to me he's probably arguably he's easily one of our top 3 defensemen this year, and he's probably would fix the power play, because you know, he's not afraid to shoot the puck. He can distribute it pretty well, and in his limited time with it, he's actually looked pretty decent. So those are just kind of some of the thoughts I came across after most of the games, and just they're out shooting their opponents, whether they're good shots or not. They're still dictating a lot of the play. It's not like they're being completely outplayed. They're doing pretty well. They're just not catching breaks, and they're not finishing on their chances. Like when you're 0 for over 30 on their power plays, like, you're not gonna win games going like that. You know, 1 or 2 power play goals here or there would really help. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for this. I guess I'll get into a little bit about what solutions they could have, and one is obviously bringing Ballard in and playing him on the power play with Garrison, because I think they'd be a good tandem there. It seems like they have a tiny bit of chemistry. But the other thing is firing AV, which is the only coach I'd rather see coaching is John Cooper. Google him if you don't know who he is, but that's for another day. If you guys want to hear about that, let me know. As always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have suggestions on, you know, like what to do and stuff, and if you guys want to see more of these Canucks kind of tailored videos, or if you want to see certain leagues, let me know. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and as always, take it easy and peace out.